Hello everyone, it's Jennifer and thank you for joining me today. We are going to continue on with Whispers of Antiquity, and this is the monthly treasure bead box from Potomac Beads. I'm going to put a link in the description so that you can go and grab your own subscription if you are not a subscriber. This is an amazing box. I love it. There's so many different items. These are all of the items that were included in the box. If you want to see everything in its entirety, be sure to check the link in the box in the description that I have for the unboxing. We're only going to use a few of the different components and beads in this video. However, though, in the prior video, we made this gorgeous necklace using some of the iris duos. We did some, we used some seed beads, some Czech faceted rounds, some pearls, which I might have already said. And then we used, actually, the cord that we used to knot all of this up with was the cord that the pearls came on. So it was perfect because then you know that what you're going to be stringing with is small enough for the holes of the pearls. We still have so many beads left, and we're going to touch on some of them in the next project. But before we move on to the next necklace project, we are going to put together a pair of earrings using some of the ear wires and crystals that were included in the box. You get four earrings, so 2 pairs of earrings, and you get 2 of the crystals, and you can get more of these gorgeous crystals over at potomacbeads.com. What I did was I just have a candle wick stabilizer, and it's just basically a popsicle stick with a hole drilled in the middle. And this is how I do my settings. I'm sure there's probably some sophisticated tool, but if you don't have one, you can use a popsicle stick. All I did was just place that crystal in the center of the form. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it down, and I'm going to go in one corner. So I did this corner here. I'm going to flip it around and do the opposite corner, and then I'm going to come around and do this corner, and all I'm doing is just applying some thumb pressure. This one here, I'm just applying some thumb pressure to get those prongs, and then now I just start going around. And I don't know why I always just go opposite. Probably comes from my husband's race car days. All right, now those are ready to go. If you want to add a little bit more to them, there's a little dippy area here where you can add, you would need to either jump ring it on or actually wire wrap it directly onto the earring, which is great because if you do your loop small, then it won't come out when you open up your ear wire. These are incredible. I have never seen lever backs this. They are, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, they are very, very high quality and they are great. So if you are not a subscriber to Potomac Beads and want to get some of these lever backs and some of these crystals, check out their website. I have a link in the description. So there's the first thing that we have, okay? To go with these earrings, we are going to finish off a necklace that I started. I am using some of the black, they're kind of like double pyramid beads. Have some of these daisy flower or these flower spacers. They're center drilled. And then some of these, I can't remember what these are called. Let me look. Let's look here. They are chili beads. They're chili beads, and they have 2 holes. And what we're going to do is we're going to just go opposite. We're going to go top hole. The next one's going to go bottom hole. Top hole, bottom hole. And I've already started the pattern, and I've done half of it. I am using some of the beading cable that came, I think it came with the box. Let me look. Oh no, it was probably in last month's box, which I love because they give you a full 5 meters, so that's 16 feet. You can use it for multiple months. So we have that. Now we're going to finish it off. And this way, the opening of those chili beads are facing that way. Now what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start facing them this way. I'm going to open this up a little bit. And the reason why I am working from the spool, two reasons. I try to minimize waste. Also, too, I cannot tell you how many times I have started a project and changed my mind and then wished I had either cut more of the beading wire or I wasted a bunch. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that I am facing this the other way. And so when I put that on, it is, because this is going to be the center. We are going to add chain. I have some chain here that we're going to add so that I'm not wasting these beads for around my neck. So that was in the top hole. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to go through the bottom hole and just going through the top hole and then just going through the bottom. And we do 4 beads. And what I love about it is, look at this. If we can get the tension and then get them kind of, you see how this one flips around right here. I mean, it was just, I don't know, this is just really, really cool. Then we're going to grab one of the black beads. Super easy project too. Then we're going to grab 3 of these. And also too, when you're working with patterns, just make sure that you have enough beads to go all the way through the end of your pattern. We're going to go top. We're going to go bottom. We're going to go top. And we're going to go bottom. This really could be, oh, look at what I did. I didn't put the other black bicone on. Because I'm sitting here chatting. Well, I mean, you want me to chat. You don't want me just to sit here and string, right? Or do you? And I could be doing all of this off camera, but I just want to take this opportunity while I'm just simple stringing here to tell you about Potomac Beads and the Treasure Bead Box. Treasure Bead Box is a monthly subscription. There are different subscription levels that you can do as far as monthly, quarterly, and annually. And you don't know what you're ever going to get. It is a mystery box, and I don't know, they're incredible. I was just going through all of my prior months because I have been receiving this bead box since January of 2023, which I have every single unboxing listed in the description, a link to all of them. And I really, I love the different beads that you get in all the boxes, because I'm not one to go through an entire box and use that entire box on a project or 2 projects. I like to wait to see what's coming the next month, because you never know. This bead might look wonderful with another. And so then I can blend my boxes. And so that's what's pretty cool. Now, also too, there are so many benefits to being a subscriber, which I do not have them listed out here. I should, and I don't. But one of the other many benefits is that you get exclusive access, either early access or subscriber only access to items on their website. They also take 5 golden tickets each month and will place 5 golden tickets in their, sorry, I'm 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't need to do all those. There we go. They either do 5 golden tickets. They do 5 golden tickets in the treasure box, but they also have a kit edition. The treasure box edition, which is the one I have here, I'm not following any patterns or instructions. I'm just doing what I want, right? they have a kit edition, and the kit edition comes with the patterns. So if you are not a quote unquote designer, you're a jewelry maker. I don't know if there's a difference. I think it's the same. But if you are more of a maker, you like to follow patterns and follow kits, check out their kit edition. It's amazing. I have been able to go back and watch some of the videos with Allie and Anna, where they're putting together these incredible kits that they have included in their box. Just amazing. Okay, we're down at the end. The reason why I have this so short is because we are going to be adding chain. Also too, if you want, you can always add more. So since we didn't cut the length, if I want to make this more of a longer necklace without just adding a bunch of chain, you can just go back and add another layer here and another layer here. Just another perk of keeping this on the spool. All right, I want to make sure that my pattern is all correct and it looks good. I've got my chili beads, the inside facing out, and we're all good. Now let's bring in some of the other pieces that we have. And I have some wire guardians. I did have some little, I thought I had two. I had two crimp beads. Maybe I lost one. Okay, so I will need to grab another crimp bead. I thought I had two out here, but I'll probably find it because I'll probably find it on my workstation sometime. Because I was putting together a gold-filled bracelet, and they were little 2 millimeter gold-filled beaded bracelet. And I had the bright idea of getting cute with holding it a certain way and holding it this way and holding it that way, that I accidentally let go of one of the sides. Do you want to know how many 2 millimeter gold-filled beads go on a children's bracelet? Yes, not as much as an adult bracelet. However, though, it was still not fun. And I'm still missing, I think, only 3. I think I got almost all of them, and I believe it was either 3 or 5 I'm still looking for, which is probably over in my side pile here. All right, I am going to pick up a crimp bead. Okay, so the crimp bead, I have found that I don't know why I do a crimp bead and a crimp tube on some. I know for my fine line, I use the 2x2 crimp tubes because I use the sterling silver and gold filled tubes. And I don't know why, but I just sometimes just like having a bead. I am not going to, I'm not going to attach directly to the chain, and here's why. If something happens to the chain, I don't want to have to take apart the entire piece here just to repair the necklace or what. So I am not going to want to do that. So I'm just going to take the extra, we'll have a little bit of extra as far as having that jump ring in there, but that's okay. So I'm going to attach my wire guardian, which are kind of like tubes on both sides with this little canal in the middle. And then I'm going to bring that through the other side. I'm going to place through my crimp bead, and bring those together. What I like to do, and this is just me, is I like to bring the ends of the wire guardian together only because I feel like it keeps the other metal, your metal findings from dipping into going up against the wire. I don't know. For me, it's just that. I've always done it that way. Okay, make sure that your wires are separated. Give it a little bit of squeeze in that back channel of your standard crimping pliers, and then go to the front and crimp that down, and you have a nice, secure, beautiful finish. Give it the tug test. And what I like to do is I'm just going to trim a little bit off so that a little bit of it, so it goes through that bead. And we will have this secure enough to where it's not going to come out. But I just feel like it centers on the bead a little bit better when I keep that second strand. And then also too, the tail is hidden in that bead. Now I'm just going to have to scooch everything down a little bit and just carefully going, because I don't want to do anything to the beading cable. So I'm just scooching things along and making sure it's all, you know, we don't want gaps. And since these beads can sit in different, you know, these chili beads can sit in different ways. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to just trim off a little bit of the end here. And I like to keep my piece kind of formed the way it's going to be on me, whether it be a bracelet or a necklace, because I don't want to have it straightened out and then crimp it and then it doesn't even bend. So I'm going to keep it a little how it would sit on my neck. Then I'm going to add my crimp bead, my wire guardian, passing it through one side, and then turning around and passing it through the other side. Then on this side, we're going to go through the crimp bead and that next bead as well. Got to get it a little lengthy here so that I can, and then the tail will actually kind of hide within those chili beads too, since they're a little domed. Okay, let's bring that in. I am going to bring my wire guardian, the ends just a little closer together. And also too, it gives me a little bit more length of the, for the necklace. Okay, and I see there's too much gap there. I see too much gap, which could be because of the bead, but I am just going to try and bring it a little bit more, which I think I did. And then bring it a little bit more close. There we go. And that feels a lot better. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my standard crimping plier here, go in that back well, if I can get it in there, there we go, and crimp down, and then go through the front and give it a crimp and give it a tug test. It's not going anywhere. Come in, give that a trim, and then just maneuver it and get that all nice and tucked in nicely. That was perfect. Okay, now you can see I don't have much waste. And if I would have pre-cut that, I would have had a lot more waste. So I don't know. Might not do anything, it might. I'm gonna move the beads off just so that I have a little bit more room to work with. Now I have an open jump ring. This one here is very, very tough. You can hardly see where the slit is. And then I also have this little closed link as well. So I do like using closed for my jewelry that I'm going to give away as a gift. And so I do like to use those. For mine, I don't mind using a jump ring, especially when it's this, that is pretty thick. It's thicker, it's actually thicker than this. And yeah, so it's all up to you what you want to use. But I have 4 jump rings, one for here, one for whichever one I'm going to add. And you don't have to with an open jump ring. I just do just for the balance so that it looks right. And then let's grab some chain. All right. Now we're done with our cutters. Well, I need to bring in my other chain nose pliers. So, and you can use smaller jump rings if you want. These I think are 5mm. I'd probably use 4mm if I would have thought this through a little bit better. But I still like it because then if you have other beads that you want to dangle, you can use like a 6mm. I'm not a fan of these jump rings, but they're good once they go on. Okay, then we're going to take the other side. Oh, so if you want to, you can add larger jump rings and attach some dangles. You can also add another strand of chain to make this a multi-layer or multi-strand. Okay, and then I thought this would be a nice short video, but I don't know. I think I'm a little chatty today. Now we're going to add our lobster clasp. It's actually really nice. It's mid-May, and to be in 70-degree weather, mid-May in California, And I'm not in I'm in the valley. I'm in Northern California. I'm just south of Sacramento by, I don't know, 80 miles or so. Modesto is just a couple towns up. Then on this other side, I'm going to use the closed link because I don't know if this is going to be for me or a gift. We will see. And I can always change it. Okay, get that nice and put together. I complain about these jump rings, but they're actually really good. Okay, now we have our necklace. So like I said, it's a little long. And then we have our earrings. And again, this is all using the Whispers of Antiquity. This is the treasure box from Potomac Beads. So be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it. Comment. I love to hear what everybody has to say. And subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.